Do you think it's wise for him to continue without a lawyer?
Well, like I said, there was a realization on his part that the deck was stacked against him, so he probably didn't want his lawyers to be the fall guy in the wall, and he wanted to go down fighting. I don't believe 1 million lawyers standing behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have changed the outcome of the case.
Are you saying it was predetermined, or are you saying this justice is not according to law? Is that what you're implying?
No, that's not what I'm implying. I can give you an example of the trial of Jesus Christ. The people that brought Jesus Christ before Pontius Pilate already made up their mind. Even Pontius Pilate offered them to take someone else who also was condemned to death, that they should take that person and go and crucify him. They refused. That they said they wanted Christ. It was Christ they wanted to crucify. So the system already made up its mind that Christ was going to be crucified. I'll give you another example, that of Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was not tied to any act of violence in South Africa, but he was convicted anyway. No weapon was found against him, whatever. I think it was his force of personality that constituted enough threat to the state, that the state was convinced about his guilt way ahead of time. And that of Awolowo in the 1960s, Awolowo was convicted of attempt to overthrow the government of Nigeria. Was Awolowo a military officer? He was a civilian. There was no evidence laid in the case of Awolowo, the case of Awolowo, that indicated that he possessed the arms, the means and the opportunity to overthrow the government. But he was convicted, a civilian convicted for overthrowing the government, attempt to overthrow the government. That is absurd. And the judge said it as much. He said that his hands were tied in that case of Awolowo. So in this very case, I'm not saying that the judge is biased or the judge predetermined it, but it was palpable, it was in the air that the system was very determined to see that Mazi Nnamdi